today is to retrace the exact flight made in 1911 by Cromwell Dixon, the first person to ever fly over the Continental Divide. Born in 1893, Dixon was hailed as a mechanical genius. At 13, he set out to fly dirigibles. By the age of 19, he'd earned his pilot's license, making him the nation's youngest aviator. Regulated by modern FAA rules, Flint can't buzz downtown Helena. But he sets his GPS course west, flying the same heading and elevation Cromwell took when he left the fairgrounds, circled up, and headed for the Continental Divide on the third day of the Montana State Fair. It was September 30th, and Cromwell began his day like any other. Dressed for a cold flight over the mountains, he left his tent and headed for his plane. Dixon raced down the horse track and set off for the divide. Even today, Flynn fights the choppy mountain air, maintaining a speed of 80 knots. Dixon fought a headwind of his own and managed an airspeed of roughly 20 knots. When he finally crossed the divide, Dixon circled back before landing uphill. A handful of witnesses rushed in to greet him.
That's Blossburg right there. What's left of it, the little white building. That's the end of the tunnel.
It took Dixon 30 minutes to reach the pass, but Flynn arrives over the divide in less than 10 minutes.
And I'm sure the people were probably thinking that too. They didn't want to walk clear down to here.
He can't land in the rough field, but he banks hard over the small white stone marking the spot where Dixon landed more than 97 years ago. The train tunnel is visible nearby, where Dixon sent the wire back to New York, announcing his achievement. But flying back then was dangerous. 3 days after making history, Dixon took off at the fair in Spokane. It was his first flight since crossing the divide. Less than 1 minute into that flight, he crashed. Dixon was dead within the hour. Dixon's historic foray into mountain flying set a path for others to follow. Today, pilots like Flynn don't think twice about flying over the Rocky Mountains, thanks to the risks taken by the likes of Cromwell Dixon, Montana's first aviation hero.